Okay, this reading is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, and of course the month of May. And we have 2 cards for each week here. And the first week looks really good. It looks like there's a lot of forward movement, going for what you want. And the Chariot is ruled by the sign of Cancer. So with that, having that wisdom inside of you as to, knowing how to trust your passions, knowing how to trust that you know deep inside of you what it is that you really want, and then having also the wisdom to keep those, keep your horses pointing in the same direction, like keep your movements going in the path that you want to go, go into, to go towards. And especially, this week we do have a couple holidays. It's May Day and then Cinco de Mayo. And there may be, we're still in lockdown, of course, but there may be some restrictions lifted. But I don't know that you're going to want to, jump on that. I think as Cancers, we're much more security oriented. And we're more okay with, the inward experience than a lot of people. So I see it more as the energy of go for a drive if you need to get out. You know what I mean? Like if you just are getting stir crazy, take care of yourself and go for a drive. The Chariot often represents our actual, vehicles, but it's a vehicle for our body as well. So that energy coupled with the Page of Wands is all about going for new things, whatever inspires you, whatever it is that you want to experience, whatever you're enthusiastic about, that's the right direction for you to go. And this week will set the stage for the entire month, of course. So, go ahead and allow yourself to go for it. Just really go for it. But again, as Cancers, I don't have to say too much about exercising caution, to make sure that you're protected and you have all the, protective equipment on when you go out, if you do go out. But it may be just much more of an inward experience where you're expanding on the inner levels and putting yourself out there will, come through the rest of the month and on, right? Because when we have doorways open that we've created from the inner realms, that continues on for good, and until you want to open another door. So then moving into the second week, we do have Mother's Day in here in this week, so that might be a little more challenging. But I see it, challenging just because, you can't get together in the same way. There's probably not the going out for brunch and things like that, with your mom, or them taking you out if you're the mom. But kids at home can cook breakfast for their moms or get together and do a lunch for mom. Or you can be your own mom to yourself if that's the case. I believe that it's a day of taking really good care of yourself on Mother's Day. But for the entire week, there's, with a Knight of Pentacles, so the Knights are always about movement, and the Pentacles are about, everything that has to do with the earthly realm. So it's our bodies, it's our money, it's our resources of all kinds. And coupled with the Five of Pentacles, with the Pentacles, it does move much more slowly than, let's say, the Wands, and even more slowly than any of the watery cards. But with the Pentacles, we're in that realm of going inward, coupled with the Five of Pentacles. The Knight with the Five of Pentacles means that we're moving towards working on any sense of inner feelings of, inner insecurity, inner feelings of deprivation. We're learning that it's all an inside job and that we hold the keys to unlock that door. But on another level too, I see it as an opportunity. Notice here how she's alone. I see it as an opportunity to open up to others, for help, especially because, moving into the third week where there's, a lot of energy that way. So it's, to know that the light is always there. You don't have to hide in the shadows. You don't have to feel like you're all alone, because you aren't. It's a false belief to think that you're all alone and you have to do it all on your own, all by yourself. You do not. You just have to be willing to reach out, put that lock in the door and see what's on the other side, right? Open the door, see what's there. And then that blending of these two cards back and forth, I believe that's the key that unlocks so that you can move forward. And a lot of times it's one step at a time. He's not even on his horse. He loves being, in the grass on the ground barefoot. So, it can be that part of you that just finds a deeper connection with nature and a deeper connection of all that sustains you from the inside out. And that this week is a much more, bringing in. So there's an expansion here, and then this week may be much more of a bringing in and healing and integrative week. And I think that's just beautiful. So then when we move into the third week, the Temperance card is all about having patience. Now this card is also about being patient, but with this one's more about not moving at all. It's more about pausing, and of course we're all in what they're calling the great pause, right? So it's about pausing and finding your inner resources. It's a beautiful energy of bringing in your inner wealth and the outer wealth that's everywhere, all of the abundance of the universe that's within us, and it is also in the life force stream that we are living in. It's about opening up to that and knowing that you're guided and you're protected. I mean, look at the huge guardian angel wings here, and I don't believe it's just one. I believe that we each have several, if at the least. But to know that you're guided and you're protected. But you're the one. We each are the ones with our free will that can say what we will and will not open to, what we will and will not get involved with. So when we go inside and take that pause and ask if this is the right direction to go in, because this is a very directional card here as well, then we can keep ourselves moving in the right direction. With the Temperance here coupled with the Six of Swords, it gives me the feeling that this week is about your intention to go inside and find the direction that you want to go, and then steer yourself towards, the smooth waters, to steer your ship, your body, your life towards everything that's peaceful and loving and open and gentle, and let go of the conflicts of the past, let go of any feeling, an inner lack, any type of deprivation consciousness. Just let that go. Let yourself dive into all of the possibilities of all the happiness, all the joy, all the treasure here. There's a treasure chest that we have to work and dig for, right? We have to dig into where we don't feel like we have any treasure within, and we have to work on those obstacles. But when we do, we come to the other side and realize, oh, those were just lies. Those were just false beliefs about ourselves that we, have accumulated along the eons of lifetimes. And we can finally let that go once and for all. We can bring our soul substance into the spiritual essence that's within us, that contains all of the riches of the universe inside and out, and we can open to more and more and more. This is a never-ending process, right? I mean, we've got an infinity symbol here. So it's about the blending of when we do the healing work of, any place where we're stuck, because us Cancers have tendencies to get stuck sometimes. And so it's really important to use we are already, more of the intuitive, type, or feeling oriented type, emotionally oriented type. So we have to be very careful not to get into emotional reaction, which would keep us stuck. And we have to use our logical mind that says, hey, wait a minute, wait a minute, I have some other things I want to do, I have some other ideas, and that's what can move us into the fulfillment that we want. So we're literally taking inverted life force that goes in the wrong channel, so it makes us, passive, where we should have some positive aggression, where we should have some self-assertion. And when we can turn that around within, a lot of times it means, dropping into your depths of pain and healing. I mean, that is, when we meet the levels of grief and pain for the past, we heal them. So as we come through that, and through that pain, we integrate, okay? And we're taking that life force that was inverted, and now it's available, more available life force in our bodies, and now we can move forward. And then from there we can have more and more that experience of life can be great. Your heart can be open, you can have what you want. And along with that, you will have stronger boundaries. So I don't care what else is going on in the world. I know we're going through terrible, terrible times. These are not, the type of times where we feel like we can just expand into anything we want. But on the inner levels, we can. And then later on, the outer levels will catch up with us. But meanwhile, it's really important for us to learn healthy boundaries. Like what will we, not allow into our lives anymore? Where is there no reciprocity to where we shouldn't be wasting our energy anymore? And sometimes it's financial energy, because of course the Pentacles is all about, our finances. But it's all resources. It's just, the movement and the thought process and the emotional, the feelings that, we are with every moment of every day. Like, do we allow negative thoughts to have space in our head? Do we allow rent space there to be used when there's no rent paid? Or do we let those fears go and hold a boundary to say, no, I want something different. I want fulfillment, and I will go towards that. And then I will integrate that. This is such a powerful card here. So towards the end of the month, there's a lot of fulfillment coming in, even if it's only on the inner levels. It always is an inside job first. And then there's also the stronger boundary, stronger structure. Your boat doesn't have as many leaks as it did before. It's not leaking energy anymore as it was before. Right? It's being fulfilled from within, and you have that inner strength, all the inner strength that you need to move forward with a strong, healthy boat that just doesn't leak anymore. And this may be a process that goes on and on and on, because many times it takes a lot to heal from the past, and it's not an overnight thing until you're done. Then when you're done, you're done. So. What I'm feeling about this month is that this is just a pivotal month for you in your creative experience within, and it will push forward into the future you will push forward into the future with a much stronger sense of self, and stronger boundaries, and yeah, just wonderful. These two cards, these are, kind of like a mirror. We kind of have some bookends here. If we look at this row against this row, the beginning of the month through the end of the month, it could be summed up in saying that you're moving forward from your enthusiastic passion and joy, and you will have the fulfillment. And to have that fulfillment, you do need to have healthy, strong boundaries. So all of that is coming in. So wonderful. I see it as a wonderful month. And we do have Memorial Day here this weekend. So So there may be, you know, some holding back with, you know, getting out, or there may be you're just getting out in nature that brings you the fulfillment. Or you may feel, you know, us Cancers, it's easy for us to connect, you know, over the phone. It's even text and email, things like that, or, you know, social media, we can feel very connected. So, okay, so that's it for this month, and I'll see you next month. Please subscribe, and I love comments, and, you know, if you have any questions, feel free to leave those in the comment section as well. I promise I will get to you. And, yeah, okay, and we'll see you soon. Take very good care. Bye-bye.